Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tom Rosano, and this is episode 240 of the world famous University Love podcast, also known as Online Marketing Moves. And we're coming to you live today. Today is April the 1st, 2021. How are you doing today? It's a new month. So today we are going to get into it. We're going to talk about a couple of different things today. Today we are going to talk about what are you willing to do to become the success you are trying to be when it comes to online marketing, when it comes to making money online. And another thing we are going to talk about, we're going to touch on that very briefly. We are going to talk about why do we struggle with certain things. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. We are going to expand the audience for this podcast. And what do I mean by that? People, we are going to, you might just see the Online Marketing Moves podcast on Facebook. We're going to sign up. We're going to pay. We're going to start off with the low budget. We're going to start off with $1 a day, $2 a day budget. So more and more people can see the podcast. More we can get the podcast out there. We can grow the podcast. We can grow the movement. We can help more and more people get to the point they want to get to where they are making a lot of money online. So that is the goal. So check it out. And if you haven't already, go to the Facebook page, follow the page. We are uploading stuff on a regular basis. We got to do more and more. We have 200 episodes that we need to we have 200 episodes we need to actually upload on the Facebook page. We will do that within the proper amount of time. It might take a month or two, but we will get it done. But be on the lookout. And if you haven't already, tell a friend to tell a friend. We are growing. We are on the rise when it comes to this podcast. Now, in order for you to be successful when it comes to making money online, becoming the success that you want to when it comes to online marketing, you and I both know when you do this, you're not working at a job. You are independent. It's you. It's you, yourself, and I at the end of the day. What can you do? One thing you have to do, you have to make sacrifices. You might have to sacrifice your time. You might have to sacrifice, you might not be able to go to lunch with your coworker every day. You might need to write out some emails while you have time. You have to squeeze the time in, So you have to make these sacrifices. Are you willing to make those sacrifices? Do you want to make those sacrifices? And they're not going to be forever. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, 70 years from now, you can't go to lunch with, a friend of yours just because you're like, hey, I got more emails to write. No, I'm not saying that. But in the meantime, in the short time, when you first get the idea, when it first bubbles up and you're like, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to go. You have to be willing to make sacrifices. If not, then you're just doing it. Doing this for a hobby. And it's not really much of a hobby if you're not willing to put in the emails, if you're not willing to grow an email list, if you're not willing to put yourself out there, if you're not willing to sacrifice the time and do the business, then it's just a waste of your time. You're just going to pill around and sort of be a wannabe marketer, a wannabe entrepreneur. You're not going to be the full-blown thing that you want to be. So how much are you willing to give up of yourself? One thing you have to do is, because you start to do videos, okay, you start to do a podcast, whatever you start to do, you are putting yourself out there. So you are subjecting yourself to criticism. Now you will be criticized. Some people will not like you, and that's okay. You have to be willing to understand this, and you have to be willing to take those hits. Not everybody's going to be your friend. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to like your podcast. Not everybody's going to like your YouTube channel. But you have to just say, so what? I don't care. This is what I'm here for. Somebody's going to like it. Somebody's going to be attracted to you and the cause that you are here for. All right. So just keep that in mind. It's always funny to me when I see people, they're real sensitive about, like, for some reason lately it's been basketball players. They've been getting into it with different people, and they're like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, who cares, man? You're in the NBA. You're in the top 1% of basketball players. Like, I don't understand why would you give attention to somebody who's obviously looking for the attention, and you're just falling for the bait, like people who work on TV, people who do blogs and they criticize basketball players or athletes in general, they are looking for you to react, because the more you react, the more attention they get and the more eyeballs they get and the more money they can generate. All right. So at the end of the day, who cares what somebody else thinks? You have to sort of get that out of your mind and just realize now, hey, I want to do videos. Hey, I want to do this. I want to do that. I am a public figure. This is the route I'm going. So I'm going to take some criticism. Not everybody's going to like it, and that's all right. So you just have to be willing to accept that. And if you're okay with that, then keep going and try to go as far as you can. Try to get as big as you can. If that's what you want to do. If you want to be as big as, I don't know, bigger than big, then do that. If you're like, I'm willing to make $5,000 a month, then do that. Whatever your goal is, make sure you have it lined out, make sure you have it aligned, and then just go for it. And don't worry about anything else. Don't look back. Take action, and do not live in the present, and do not live in the past, and do not live in the future. Live in the present moment. The most important thing you can do is any of this stuff. Two things you can do. One, you must take action. Two, you must be in the present. You can't be out here dreaming about the beach and the millions of dollars you're making every year when you haven't made a dime yet. All right. All right. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. And I would like to tell you, because hey, I've been a billionaire in my mind for 20 years now. I've flown in a private jet. I've done a lot of stuff in my daydreaming, but in reality, no, no private jet yet. No trip to I've been to Cancun, but not haven't flown me and my wife to Cancun, not yet. So escapism is nice and everything. Every now and then you get a little frustrated, you might daydream, but bring it back, pull it back in. Stay focused, think about the task at hand, think about the goals at hand. Those are some of the things that I can definitely help you out with when it comes to that, because I remember sometimes when I wanted to start writing, I told myself, I said, I want to start writing, and then I would have what I want written out. I would have it in my mind, and then I would go, man, after I'm done writing this article, I'm gonna be the next Ernest Hemingway. I feel it, I know it. And by the time I got to daydreaming, it's 30 minutes later, maybe an hour later. I'm like, okay, that was some good writing. I wrote nothing down. Like, what is going on here? What just happened? Nothing happened. All right. So keep this in mind. Just remember, yeah, you're gonna have to make sacrifices. You're gonna have to put yourself out there. The more you put yourself out there, the more you are susceptible to criticism, but at the same time, the more you are going to help people out, and the more you will be able to turn your dreams into profits. I heard my boy Garrett Gunnison say that. If you don't know who Garrett Gunnison is, he gives financial advice on his YouTube channel, and he wrote a book, Killing Sacred Cows. I highly recommend it. I read it. I learned a lot about financial stuff, But anyway, I always hear him say that, turn your thoughts into profits, and this, that, and the other, which is very cool. But in order for you to get to where you want to go online, you have to put yourself out there, I know I repeated myself. I said that probably 5 times today, but I have to stress this out. And I have to say, don't worry about the criticism. Don't worry about what people think. Don't worry about what people say. And I'll tell you this because I used to have this problem. I'd be like, man, what are people going to think if I tell them I write? Who cares? Nobody cares about me writing. Nobody cares, okay? I care. That's who cares the most. Me, 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 me. I care about what I write. I care about being a writer. That's my goal. That's my dream. All right? It's nobody else's dream. So nobody's going to be like, you write crap. Really? Come on, man, And that's it. You can't think about, it's like I remember when I was young, and I told you once I was this guy wanted me to be in this multi-level marketing company. And I was like, all right, I'll go check it out. And I went with him, and I thought, "Man, what are people going to think? Me trying to sell vitamins and stuff? Me trying to sell vitamins and food? What are people going to think about me trying to peddle food and products around?" It's like, at the time, I was kind of, man, they gonna think bad about me, but it's like, at this point, who cares? Like, who cares? If MLMs, I don't know, to each their own. If that's what you want to do, then do that. But you can't worry about what people think. You can't, 100, some people gonna tell you, hey, this is a scam, that's a scam. Everything's a scam. You know what I mean? Like, don't even worry about that. Everything's a scam at some point. Everything has a little seediness to it, no matter what you do. All right. So get that out of your mind. 1% of the people in multi-level marketing make it. Yeah. Because the rest of us, I didn't want to have to go. And at the time, this was like 2001, 2002. I didn't want to have to go to the mall and sit there and stare at somebody and be like, I think they would be good. Hey, you. Psst, psst, psst. No, that's something I did not want to do. Something I never thought about doing. So it's like, I'm not into that. So, I'm one of the 99% who ain't gonna make it in multi-level marketing. That's fine with me. So, but you just have to know what you want. You have to know where you want to go, and you have to know what you want to do to get to where you want to go. So keep all that in mind. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this episode helped. The main point of this episode, I know it sounded all over the place, but the main point of this episode is to just say, hey, in order for you to be successful, you're gonna have to do things. You're gonna have to do the tough things. You're gonna have to, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to stand up. You're gonna have to take action, and you're gonna have to be willing to make sacrifices to get the job done. All right. That's the whole crux of this episode. So I hope this helps. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, go to the Facebook page, like and follow the Online Marketing Moves. And ladies and gentlemen, from now on, we are going to upload our affiliate link to a couple different products that I'm an affiliate for. Click on the links, check them out if you want to. I'm not here to twist your arm. I'm just here to help you out. All right. So with that being said, that's it. Oh yeah, don't forget, go to the YouTube channel, Tony Rosano, subscribe. We will be uploading videos on a regular basis. So we got all the plugs in. Good. Now, that's it. We will be back tomorrow with an all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Rosano. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you later. And as always, everybody, peace.